It's the Ravens and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. In motion left goes Jones. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 20 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. And maybe a little frustration from Goff as he'll turn and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now at his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. And Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off the game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
2nd and 6. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also. Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens respond. Touchdown with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Now in the books as a 12-play drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Breaks through the contact. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, here's Goff. That pass caught, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the slant. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought...
7-7, our score after 1. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Goff. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Off play action. Here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Baltimore's set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Another run here with Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will quickly be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throw caught by Flowers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
from the 48-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Jackson options out left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Last time out, you remember their drives. Kicker booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. What a lead to the 4th down. There's Jack Fox on the punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Khalif Raymond now. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Jones now in motion left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Roquan Smith, the All-Pro, the former Bear, is there to make the stop. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much since. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a 2nd and 2. To the air again. Goff. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Josh Reynolds. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson. Up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast or... Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Alex Anzalone gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Jackson will throw again. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the
Personal
field.
foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and 2, Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. His throw is going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't catch it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
The Jackson going to run again. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Now it's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 20. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And a nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A nice little juke. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here now, 2nd and 4. Dobbins running out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Pass taken in by his good tight end. Well, the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They go play action with Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Goff on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Gone. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And it fights through one man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Josh Reynolds. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 24-21, a minute 13 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Throwing, Jackson. Pass complete, it's likely. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. That's complete to Kohler.
Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. That is caught. Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Final minute. 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, what a play, but he couldn't get out of bounds, and you've got no timeouts. They've got to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major said all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Here's 1st and 10.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken